What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you guys the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. So if you want to find out more about the latest featured dungeon and raid, the up and coming Nightfall and Nightfall exclusive loot, the sweet bonus ranks you can earn this week, and more importantly what Tess has available for Bright Dust, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are fast approaching 140,000 subscribers here on the channel, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny, and we're going to kick off with the Vow of Disciple Raid Challenge. This week's Raid Challenge can be found over in the Caretaker Encounter, and this one's called the Base Information. Now to get this challenge done, you cannot pick up more than one stack of knowledge via the glyphs on each run. Now this challenge is about speed and coordination and everyone nailing their role throughout the course of the fight. The Caretaker stunners will need to be on point and the runners will need to be quick to make sure you're maximizing your time and getting to DPS as fast as possible. And if you can nail it, then you'll also get your hands on that additional Vow of the Disciple raid chest. Now moving over to the featured raid and dungeon for the up and coming week, we return to the Dreaming City, and the Last Wish is the featured raid this week. Now remember, whenever the raids are featured, all the challenges are available, so if you're still working on that Rivensbane Sill, then this week will be a great opportunity to get some of those Last Wish challenges done. And also by completing the raid, you'll get your hands on an additional pinnacle reward, helping you on the path to power if you're still on the power grind. Now as for the featured dungeon this week, this can be found over in the Shattered Throne, and by defeating Dol Inkaru, you'll also gain access to an additional pinnacle reward. The Shattered Throne is one of my personal favourites when it comes to dungeons, so make sure to jump in to get your hands on that additional pinnacle loot. Now next up, we're going to jump over into Dares of Eternity and its 30th anniversary pack activity. There are 2 armor sets available if you're still filling out your transmog collection. One of those is the Braytek suit set, which has a chance to drop during the course of the activity or upon activity completion, and that's alongside the Lost Pacific suit set, which is the old armor set from Titan back in Destiny 2 Vanilla. Now as for weapons, we have a massive range of weapons this week, all from Season of Arrivals. These include the First In Last Out shotgun, the Lonesome Sidearm, the Gnawing Hunger auto rifle, the Night Watch scout rifle, the main ingredient, the Ikelos SMG, the Long Shadow Sniper, the Steel Sibyl Sword, the Toil and Trouble Shotgun, the Last Perdition Pulse, the Wishbringer Shotgun as well, Behringer's Memory, the Last Dance Sidearm, and also the Ikelos Sniper Rifle. As you can see, there's a massive range of weapons available this week, some of them still absolutely top tier and well worth chasing down that god roll if you don't have one already. Now moving over to the weekly challenges, we have a new weekly mission this week, which is providing an additional pinnacle reward, and this comes in the form of the Ritual, which is the final mission from the Witch Queen campaign. Now for this mission, we need to disrupt Savathun's ritual to steal the Traveller by revealing a lost secret from her past. It's one of the longest and one of the best missions in the entire campaign, and not only is a pinnacle reward available at the end, but it also has a chance to drop Ascendant Alloy on the Hero, Legend and Master difficulty. So whether you're still on the power grind or you're looking for those additional end game upgrade materials, make sure to jump into the weekly challenge to get that weekly mission done. Now next up, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a brand new Nightfall for the up and coming week in the form of the Inverted Spire. Now the Inverted Spire is the OG strike from the Destiny 2 beta. Now a lot has changed since then in Destiny 2, and with the return of the Inverted Spire, it's likely we'll see the return of the Plug 1 fusion rifle as well. It's one of the only weapons we haven't seen this season as a Nightfall exclusive reward, so if you're still chasing down a god roll, and remember guys, this fusion can roll with Reservoir Burst, making it one of the most powerful fusion rifles in the game. So whether you're chasing down this weapon or you're looking for those additional exotics and end game upgrade materials, make sure to jump into the Nightfall to get your hands on them. Now as for the Crucible, we see Clash return as a rotator this week, so if you're a big fan of Team Deathmatch and don't fancy playing an objective based game mode, then make sure to jump into Clash to get an easy pinnacle reward. But if you prefer 3v3 over 6v6, then Trials Freelance will be available this weekend. Freelance has definitely provided some of my more enjoyable Trials experiences, and it might be a good opportunity to get your hands on some of the new Trials loot that has been introduced this season. Now in terms of the bonus ranks available this week, these can be found over in Gambit. It's a perfect opportunity to guild your your dredging title, or even earn the legendary ornament for the Chain of Command machine gun. So if you're looking to maximize your return with minimal effort, then this week will be the week to jump into Gambit. Now next up we have seasonal challenges, and there are just 7 seasonal challenges for week 5 of Season of the Haunted. The first one is called Sorrow Bound 5, and here you need to complete the Bound of Sorrow 5 and defeat nightmares on the moon. That's followed by Nightmare Containment 3, so you need to successfully complete Tears of the Nightmare Containment public event over on the Derelict Leviathan throughout the season. Next up we have Empty Grief, and here you need to complete Sever Grief using only a Void subclass and Void kinetic and stasis weapons. Next we have Umbral Focusing 2, and here you need to focus equipment at the Crown of Sorrow throughout the season, and this includes 6 weapons and 4 pieces of armor. Next we have Linking the Chain of Command, and here you need to acquire the Chain of Command machine gun. The penultimate challenge this week is called Sunburn, and here you need to defeat Guardians, and you get bonus progress by defeating Guardians with the help of solar effects. And the final challenge this week is called Leviathan Reaper, Cabal and Nightmare bosses, and here you need to defeat Cabal bosses in Strikes or Vanguard playlists and defeat Nightmares anywhere in the system. And finally, this brings us on to one of the most important parts of the week, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 5 of Season of the Haunted. Now over in the featured Bright Dust shelf we have Hydrofoil Shell, which is a new exotic ghost shell that was introduced this season. You have been able to pick this up for 600 silver, but this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust this week. That's alongside a legendary emote called Conductor. Much like the exotic ghost, this has been available for just 500 silver so far this season, but you can pick it up this week for just 700 Bright Dust. That's alongside the ossified entrance back from Season of the Chosen, so if you missed out on this and are collecting transmat effects, this will set you back 450 Bright Dust this week. Now next up we have Argent Territorn, a brand new legendary shader for Season of the Haunted. Now as with a lot of shaders, the colours you see on the icon don't always represent the colours you see on your armour itself, but nevertheless it's well worth picking up and will set you back 300 Bright Dust this week. Now over in the main Bright Dust store we have a exotic emote called Sparrow Getaway. Now to pick this up, this would normally set you back 1,000 silver, but you can pick it up this week for 3,250 Bright Dust. Next up we have a legendary weapon ornament for the Drang sidearm, and it comes in the form of Alone to be joined. Now these legendary weapon ornaments are rolling out week over week, so if you're collecting these from the reprised weapons from Season of Opulence, then this will set you back 700 Bright Dust this week. Now next up we have Firebreak Shell, an exotic ghost shell from Season of the Splicer, so if you missed out on this and are collecting, this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust this week. Alongside that we have Sea Foam Glide, an exotic sparrow from Season of the Haunted. This has been costing people 800 silver up until now, but will set you back 2,500 Bright Dust this week. Alongside that we have the Junkyard Navigator. This is an exotic ship back from Season of the Lost, so if you missed out on this and want to pick it up, this will set you back 2,000 Bright Dust this week. Now the penultimate item on offer is the Splinter Ghost Projection from Season of the Hunt, so if you missed out on it back then, this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. And the final items on offer are the class items for the Universal Armor ornaments for this season's Eververse set. So if you're chasing down the Sun Apex Cloak for your Hunter, the Radiant Breaker Mark for your Titan, or the Dawn Singer Bond for your Warlock, they are all available this week, and each one will set you back 1,200 Bright Dust if you're looking to pick them all up. So there we have it guys, a good look at everything that you can expect for week 5 of Season of the Haunted. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.